In the mid-1930s, city engineer A.R. Galbraith was tasked with finding a site for an airport for Christchurch. Despite little understanding of the future of air travel and air freight, the decision was made to purchase a significant plot of land at Harewood, so New Zealanders could consider how they could get closer to what seemed a faraway world and connect to it by air. More than 80 years later, that great foresight has enabled Christchurch Airport to grow into a world-leading airport, servicing the freight and passenger needs of the city, South Island and New Zealand. We are the only truly international airport in the South Island, the gateway to the South Island and a gateway to Antarctica, which boosts our role as a logistics and research centre for that continent. Intergenerational thinking is in our DNA and will enable the South Island to be well connected and continue to prosper long into the future. 75% owned by the city through Christchurch City Holdings and 25% by the government, Christchurch Airport now has more than 1,400 hectares of land holdings and is the single largest site of employment in the South Island, with more than 7,000 people working on the campus in 250 businesses. Passenger numbers reached a high of almost 7 million passengers before the pandemic and are on track to surpass this over coming years. Importantly, the airport generates more than $4 billion in regional GDP and creates more than 40,000 jobs. It has a 50-to-1 economic multiplier, meaning for every dollar the airport gets, the region gets $50. Over the past 10 years, the airport has focused on becoming a stronger and more valuable business by diversifying its revenue into property and freight, rebuilding its South Island gateway status, and driving world-leading outcomes in sustainability and innovation. This has seen the value of the business more than double, $764 million to more than $1.5 billion, and a total of $238 million of dividends paid, even through the pandemic. These dividends support the services and assets of Christchurch City and its people. Financial year 23 was an especially pleasing result. The diversification undertaken over the past decade created a financial cushion through the pandemic, which enabled us to restart our business quickly and maximise opportunities. This resulted in the delivery of a strong dividend of $27.6 million, a 19% overachievement against the forecast. Balancing the needs of our many stakeholders remains central to our approach and was a cornerstone philosophy of our team in both managing through and restarting out of the pandemic. With the pandemic well and truly behind us, we look forward with a strong sense of optimism and are clear on the positive role we can play in delivering real value for our city, our island and our country. Christchurch Airport is proudly a purpose-driven organisation, focused on championing Te Waipounamu, the South Island, and Aotearoa, New Zealand, for today and tomorrow. We believe we live in the best place on earth, so want to see it prosper and do so sustainably. This means enhancing people's lives, our team, our customers, partners and communities, fueling economic prosperity, and kaitiakitanga of this planet, focused on safety, security and sustainability. Taking a long-term intergenerational approach means we need to understand the key trends shaping our future. For us, 3 megatrends stand to create both opportunities and threats: climate change, digital transition, and the future of work. When we position ourselves ahead of these trends, we're able to create value for our many stakeholders. Our Horizons 30 strategy is built around these 3 megatrends and has 3 key pillars: grow our business at Christchurch, our engine room, partner our strengths, and expand our horizons. Our number one focus is on growing our business in Christchurch. Our city has never been more appealing as a visitor destination, with new attractions, awesome facilities such as Te Pai, and a re-energised events calendar promoting Christchurch as a great place to visit is our number one opportunity. To help do this, we've signed a $2.5 million partnership with Tourism New Zealand and are working with Christchurch NZ to promote Christchurch as a destination and gateway. Our aviation development team has been working with our key airline partners on further restarts at Christchurch, and this summer we welcome back China Southern Airlines direct service to Guangzhou, Cathay Pacific to Hong Kong, and the increase to 10 services a week from Singapore Airlines. Excitingly, this summer we will also welcome the arrival of the first United Airlines direct service between San Francisco and Christchurch, a big win for our region, and providing great connectivity to the west coast of the US and beyond. We will continue to further strengthen our property portfolio through the development of our key property precincts. To help meet the South Island's air freight needs, we'll be accelerating our freight precinct through expanding our dedicated freight apron. Christchurch is the primary air freight centre servicing the South Island, and freight demand continues to grow, especially in e-commerce-driven parcel freight. This has already led to a more than 100% increase in freight aircraft based in Christchurch over the past 2 years, with the arrival of 2 new freight operators. The expanded freight apron and development land in Dakota Park will ensure we're able to service the rapidly growing needs of the freight market. People can get their online shopping delivered on time, and our valuable exports can get out to key markets. We've been an early adopter of technology across our business. This will receive an increased focus over coming years, and we look to really enhance our customer and retail experience through digitisation. We've focused on decarbonising our business. This was recognised in 2020 when we became the first airport in the world to achieve the highest standard in airport decarbonisation. We have removed 94% of our Scope 1 and 2 emissions. Our focus now broadens to how we help other businesses decarbonise, how we minimise waste, and ensure we meet the same high standards in biodiversity. Our second pillar is to partner our strengths. We recognise it's only through partnering we will be able to tackle some of the challenges in our orbit, such as decarbonising air travel. Kōwhai Park, our 300-hectare solar field, is a great example of how, through partnering, we will be able to bring significant quantities of green electricity to our campus to help power the future of aviation. That, coupled with the partnership we have with the New Zealand Hydrogen Aviation Consortium, enables the right players to work on real-world projects, looking at alternative aviation fuels and what would be needed for them to become viable. We are proudly taking a proactive approach to be part of the solution. Our final pillar is about the potential to expand our horizons beyond a single site in Christchurch. This sees us exploring the opportunity of a new sustainable and resilient airport in central Otago to service the passenger and freight needs of that region in coming decades. Central and local government, airlines and airports alike are projecting resident and visitor travel and freight growth in central Otago. This demand is likely to outstrip capacity within a decade. To date, we have, through purchasing the land, bought ourselves an option to explore the opportunity further. Our focus is now on building a strong base of quality information on which future decisions can be made. Our intention is to get the planning right, so the end result is the right infrastructure in the right place, able to support the opportunities of a positive future with safe, sustainable, resilient and economic benefit for its communities. As we do this, we are engaging with the many and varied stakeholders. We know an investment in Central Otago protects the future prosperity and resilience of Christchurch and the South Island. As with any such project, a number of phases will assess all the information and gateways to pass through before any decisions are made. Our team is at the heart of everything we do, and we couldn't be more proud of their resilience, dedication, and contribution over the year. This was recognised recently by our team winning a number of prestigious awards. including Air New Zealand's Sustainability Award, which led to the Supreme Award of Supplier of the Year, ACI International's Green Airport recognition for our circularity work, and at the annual New Zealand Airports Association Awards, the Sustainability Award, Community Engagement Award, and Airport of the Year. Moving forward, our focus remains on employee well-being, leadership and succession, and building an inclusive team, embracing and reflecting diversity and inclusion in all its forms. A core part of this is building cultural competence to embed Mātauranga Māori, tikanga Māori and te reo in ways appropriate for our people, iwi, business and visitors. Our Horizons 2030 strategy makes clear where our opportunities and risks lie and how we continue to deliver multi-stakeholder value. Our sector isn't without future challenges, but we have deliberately positioned ourselves ahead of the shaping trends and are excited about the future.